by plugging in -5, and I'm going to simplify. You have to do PEMDAS. So you have to simplify what's in parentheses first, then square it, then subtract. You should get -1. We'll do that again with -4. You're going to plug it in to the equation given. We're going to simplify what's inside. I'm going to square it. I get +1 minus 5. We'll get -4. Let's check -2. This is a symmetrical relationship, but let's just make sure. If I plug in -2, will I get -4?
Yes.
Let's check it. Oh my goodness. 1 squared, 1 minus 5, we get -4. So this is -1. Now let's graph it. So now you're going to graph the points. The vertex is at -3, 5, -3, -5. Then we're going to keep graphing all the points. And then we're going to draw in our parabola with arrows at the end. Next part where we describe the graph completely, we're going to start listing our A, H, and K. Your H and K should match your vertex. A is 1 because there's nothing out front. If it were 0, we would have y equals 0. It cannot be 0. Does your graph open up or down? Up. Is it average, wide, or skinny? We're talking about the A value. Average, because A value is 1. Doesn't really change it very much. And then we'll start filling out the rest. Is anyone still writing before I erase? The vertex was -3, -5. Was it a minimum point or a maximum point on our graph? Minimum. Again, max is your highest point. Min is your lowest point on the graph. I might write that down in my notes in case I don't know what a min or a max of an equation is.
When's the test?
I'll get back to you on that. It should be later next week. Okay. The line of symmetry is always, we said min, right? Yes, min. Is always x equals a number. Something that I always look at as the line of symmetry is the vertex, because the vertex in the middle of the graph. So your line of symmetry will always be the x value of the vertex. When it comes to a range restriction, we have a minimum, and everything is above what y value? What's the lowest y value on your graph? -5. So I'm going to say y is greater than or equal to -5.
Is it always a y value?
Right. Range is always y. Good question. Range is always y.
Wait, how do you know, like...
The last step is find your y-intercept. That means I'm going to plug in 0 for x and solve for y. I'll show my work. 0 plus 3 is 3. 3 squared. 9 minus 5. We get 4. 0, 4 is our y-intercept. And that's how we describe a graph completely.